Okay.
Okay.
You get a napkin, and you get a napkin, and you get a marker. Okay. Abracadabra. Okay. Welcome back, sis.
Hello.
So, I'm Judith.
And I'm Esther.
And today we're going to teach you how to simplify. How to simplify.
How to suck a dick.
How to simplify rational expressions.
We need to do it over again. You need to do a lot of cutting for that. From the beginning.
I thought you said you were editing this.
I know I am going to edit it, but I want to make my editing experience as easy as possible. I'm going to edit that.
Okay.
It's going to spin around and just be like...
Okay. Hey there, sisters.
I just thought about it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Hi there, sisters.
Oh God, I hated that.
Hey guys. I'm Judith.
And I'm Esther.
And today
we're
going
going
to
to
teach you how to simplify rational expressions. Rational expressions are fractions containing polynomials and can be simplified like a fraction. For example,
Why do I feel alive?
for example, m minus 3n, actually, I'm gonna write that down. M minus 3n over 6n to the third power n minus m plus 3n over 6m 3n.
Keep going.
Did I say squared?
You said 3.
Cubed. You know what I meant.
Why are you
This-
angry at the audience?
Problem would equal -1 over n cubed.
Supposed to solve it and then give this answer. Not give this answer.
Okay, you saw that. So, since the denominators are already the same, we don't have to make them the same. Because when you subtract fractions, you need to have the denominator the same. But since they're already the same, we're not going to do anything to them. So, what we're going to do is...
The first step. I'm brain dead. I don't know what to do. The first step is to subtract them. So only the top, subtract the top. And minus 3. And make sure you distribute the negative. saying before.
I just farted.
You did not. Where's my fart spray?
Moving on. Since the denominators are the same,
I'm gonna put in a fart sound.
we're gonna combine them. Okay, so. And because it's minus, and because you're subtracting, you need to distribute that negative.
Throws negative across the room.
Okay. So, now that we're doing this. Okay, so m minus m. Okay, so. Okay. So, I'm going to draw another one over here. 6 and 3 and m minus m is the same thing as 1 minus 1. So it's negative 1. So, negative m. And then we've got
M minus M is 1.
negative 1. Hold up a second. Because I know I'm right.
They just cancel out, by the way. So back to...
I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
Oh my god.
Kill me now. So. Fuck, that line's crooked.
I'm trying to visualize how I'm going to edit this.
So, m minus m is 0. So we just don't put it. And then you've got negative 3n minus negative 3n, which, oh shoot, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Which is negative 6n. And because you have a 6 in right here, you can cross them out. So we cancel out like terms, which leaves you with a 1 on the top, a negative, and a m cubed as your answer.
Here is another example of how you simplify rational expressions.
No, that's an, I'm gonna...
To transition.
Yes. No, I'm gonna do that, and then you're gonna edit it to where... Hold on.
He's not a magician. I
Okay.
see what you were doing. Okay. Now I'm going to teach. Here's another example of how to simplify rational expressions. Let's say we have, 6 over x minus 1. That is your first term. Your second term is negative 5x over 4. We're going to call this negative a minus for now. The first step to solving this is to make sure that your denominators are the same, because you cannot subtract unless your denominators are the same.
Wow.
So to make them so to make them the same, we have to multiply them.
Wow.
Thank you for the sound effects. So, when we multiply them, it's going to look like 4 times x minus 1. I have a whole bag of chili beans up my asshole. Okay. You multiply the 4 by each term in this expression. 4 times x equals 4x, and 4 times -1 equals -4. This is your new denominator
For which one?
for both. Thank you, dude, for the question. The next step you're going to need, oh no, I messed up this whole thing. The first step is to okay. Stop laughing at me. I just want to be something in life, you know.
Please edit that out.
Okay.
I'm so disgusted.
The first step is to make sure that your denominators are the same, because you cannot subtract unless your denominators are the same. So to do that, you have to multiply each denominator by the other term, by the numerator and the denominator. So the first thing we're going to do is multiply 4 by 6 over x minus 1. So times 4 times 4. You're going to do the same thing on the other side and multiply x minus 1 by both the numerator and the denominator. So x minus 1, x minus 1. Bueno, serious. Next step. I'm just going to change this into parentheses. So, as you can see here, your denominators are the same because you multiply it. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to simplify both of the numerators. So 4 times 6 is what? Get out your calculators, kids. Because what is 4 times 6?
24!
Correct. Clap for yourselves. Okay, now you have 24 over 4 on the outside and x minus 1 minus, now the next step, this one's a little bit harder, kids, and I don't think you can get a calculator for this one. So I will teach you how. 5x times x minus 1. Multiply 5x by each term in the expression. 5x times x is 5x squared.
Wow!
Whoa! Now you multiply by your second term. 5x times -1, which is -5x. And that is over your numerator, which is 4x minus 1. Now that you got all of that, let me erase this. Now the next step is to subtract.
Your napkin is on the floor. You just erase with your hand.
I know. Okay. Now to subtract. Now to subtract. Make sure that you distribute the negative to this term. So when you distribute the negative, it changes the sign of every... Oh my God. So when you sign of every term in this expression. I caught it. I caught it again. So, pretend that this negative is a negative 1. 5x squared minus 5x. So when you
Pause. Don't move. Yeah, you can see over there.
when you distribute this negative, it turns every sign to opposite. So this 5x becomes a negative 5x, and this 5x squared becomes a negative 5x squared, and this 5x becomes a positive 5x.
We've been filming for 16 minutes.
Okay, which leaves us with 5x squared plus 5x. You're now going to add a 24 plus 24. Sorry, that was a negative 5x squared. Over 4x minus 1. And that is your answer, guys.
Wow!
Now, we are going to give you some questions to solve by yourself.
No, you gotta snap. Damn it. Never mind.
We're going to be snapping the once. Okay. The first question you're going to solve. We have like 2 more questions. Okay. The first question you're going to, or no, you know what I should do? We should put all of the questions on the board together. And then say, okay, you have to solve it. Okay. Wait, you don't have to snap when it's on the board, right?
Yeah. You snap both times.
Okay. 1. Wait, so can they see over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I should put 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they can see over there. Wait, point to something over there. More. I can see it. But that's about it.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here. So this is 1. That's 3. This is 2. 1, 2, 3. I realized that. Okay. No, you're doing 6. Because we're starting from 3.
I realized that.
Can you read my writing because it's so sad?
That's fine. That looks disgusting.
Oh no. Don't put the answer in. Please sing for a video.
Huh?
I just said please sing for a video. like you. Run to me. I have no clue what it is. I'm sick. In the head. I just realized what you said.
Okay, go ahead and solve them, guys.
Actually, you snap and then say okay. So.
Okay, now solve them. Do 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 No, we gotta do it again. We gotta do it again. We gotta go. Now we're gonna start right here and go. You stand over there. I stand right here.
Okay. We start off slowly. You're probably wondering like,
Is this still going? We have 5 minutes till it stops.
5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the first one. Actually,
Yeah,
sure, I'll do the first one.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is the answer.
so to solve this question, because it is addition, you still need to make the you still need to make the denominators the same. So what we're going to do is, shoot nuggets. Multiply this side by both top and bottom by n plus 8. And then this side by n plus 1. So the left side would be shoot. Okay. Wait, can you see the whole board?
Yeah.
So the left side you do 2 times n plus 1, and then you do n plus 1 times n plus 8. And then for the right side would be 4 times n plus 8 over n again. N plus 1 times n plus 8. This, so we'll do the bottom first since they're both the same. So you FOIL this out. So you do n times n, then n times 8, then 1 times n, then 1 times 8.
You don't need to solve the bottom. You just leave the bottom as it is.
Never mind, we're not going to solve.
I mean, that's just extra work.
So,
Put the parentheses after 8.
so we're going to not solve that, and we're going to leave it as is. You know, what's the harm? And then the top, 2 times n is 2n. And then 2 times 1 is dos. And then because it's addition,
Our audience doesn't understand Spanish.
and then since it's addition, you don't need to distribute anything. So we're just going to proceed as normal, put a plus. 4 times n is 4n. 4 times 8 is 32. Why are you laughing at my inability to do math?
Because I'm going to edit that, so that's why.
Okay. So, you combine like terms, which would be 2n and 4n, and and then 2, and 32, which would give you, so you do 2n plus 4n. I'm going to go ahead and erase this.
You can see under
My back.
when you're an old man.
I'm erasing this though. So, 2n plus 4n is 6n, and then 2 plus 32 is 34. All over n plus 1 over n plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this one too.
That is her answer.
And then that is the answer.
Wow! That's
Okay.
I just realized we probably should just hold the camera while the other person's talking. We have very